just to talk about camps, some of the details, some of the information. I will start by just kind of overall sharing what we offer, and then I am happy to answer more detailed questions from any of you about logistics or anything like that. As everyone has gotten emails, we offer a camp on the weeks that we're off of school. We go by the school calendar for the school, but then that leaves you February camp, April vacation, February vacation, April vacation, to have your kids home, go on vacation if you are lucky enough. But if you are not, our camps are a great way to keep some structure, and it allows your child to be at Fuse with a different, same but different group of peers. There are some kids that will be the same, some kids that are different, possibly with a different teacher. And it's just a switch up. We always do a different theme in the camps than during the school year. And it's very play-based. The same for the vacation camps as the summer. The entire focus of the school year is play, but obviously we are embedding academics into that as well. Our camps are really play and movement based, and we are focusing heavily on getting kids playing group games, thinking about group activities. In the summer, we have the luxury of being outside majority of the day. So the summer camp looks quite different than school, and it is basically kids moving from station to station. So they may have an outdoor station on the playground first, then they may go to our water play area, then they could go to the mud kitchen area, they could go back inside for an art activity, or to our gym space. So they're basically transitioning even more than during the school year. But our goal with that is to get everyone outside as much as possible and doing water play and doing outdoor group games as well. So play is the focus. It is, every camp is very focused on a theme. The February, April camp has a single week theme. The summer camp has a single week themes for 7 weeks. So 1 week could be spies, and everything within that week is thinking about looking for clues. And of course, we're including all of the things we want to work on in terms of social communication, social integration, and play. So if we're doing a spies type week, we're looking for nonverbal clues, we're looking for visual clues, we're thinking about how we can read each other's cues. So the theme is also really a ability to hone in all the areas and the goals we're working on within that theme. And then at the end of every week, February, April, or summer, we do some type of community event. So like on a spies week, there would be clues that are hidden all around the school. And then the end would be like a dance party in the gym, or like a favorite of the activity of the themes is fairy week. And all the different groups spend a whole week making a fairy garden out of materials from outside, materials inside. And then they place their fairy garden in different parts of the outdoor space, the indoor space. And then all the groups go on hunts basically for the different fairy garden houses, whatever gnome houses, whatever the kids have made. And then they get time to play with each of the different fairy garden houses. So there's always something that everyone is working on throughout the week to then build up to some type of a celebration at the end of the week. The themes this year for February camp at Lexington is a Bluey week. So it's all about collaboration and play in a theme of Bluey, which is a big theme interest, high interest of lots of kids. And kids can swap if you want to go. If your kids are in Norwood and they love Bluey, they can come to the Bluey theme. If they're in Lexington, but they want more of like a building. So the theme in Norwood is creation station, building, using materials to make things, or using odds and ends of materials to make different things. So it's a lot around creation and building and collaboration. So some kids go back and forth. Obviously, it works better logistically wise for most kids to stay in the school that they're at. And then obviously we don't have the themes yet for April or summer, but usually it's some type of a flip flop where Norwood will do Lexington's theme, Lexington will do Norwood's theme for April camp. In terms of logistics, the camps for February and April are Tuesday through Friday. The Mondays are holidays, and the camp goes from 9 to 1:30, and then we have extended day from 1:30 to 3 in all of the camps. In the summer camp, the difference is we run camp from Monday to Thursday, with Friday being an off day. Most kids use that day as a day to get their services within the public school, because sometimes to keep on an IEP, you must continue your services in the summer. So we leave that day for services in the summer. There is extended day and social groups in the summer. Extended day is 1:30 to 3, and there is social groups that run 1:30 to 3 in the summer as well. And a lot of kids will do like one day of extended day or one day of a social group, and then other days of extended day if they wanted to do the late times. In the summer, you can always continue speech and OT for the summer. In the February camps, speech and OT do not happen. Sometimes OT does. Speech does not happen, though. Speech therapists have that week off. I think OTs will continue OT for February and April camp. Definitely in the summer they do. What else have I not shared about summer? It's some teachers work, some teachers do not work. So it's not always your child's same teacher. It's obviously always a teacher at Fuse. For summer, definitely. And sometimes for February and April, we get amazing college interns and high school kids that have worked here for multiple summers. And it's really great for the kids to have young kids to play with them. We train them well, so they're playing Fuse way of playing and facilitating the kids. But it's really great because it's added engagement and added adults playing with the kids. So we usually in the summer we'll have 2 teachers and a college or a high school intern within each of the groups, which is great. It helps with like the transitions, but also great for the engagement with kids. And another great thing, I think, just in terms of exposure, is your child will definitely be with kids that are not in their current class. So there will be a little bit of a mix. It's not a wide age range mix, but in February and April, it's usually 2 classes combined. In summer, it's about half kids that go here and half kids that are coming from not Fuse. In the summer, we really like to put kids that will be with your child in the next school year if they're coming back to Fuse. If they're not coming back to Fuse, we like to put them ideally with a child who's going to their school or with other kids, just to build their confidence around being with other kids and making friends and helping them see that they are great at making friends. So then that generalizes to them then transitioning to the public school. Questions that people have about camps at all? No questions. Great.
Lorenzo wants to know when the class lists will be released for February camp. He's been asking me who is going to be in his class for February camp.
People are very last minute for February and April camp because there are still people that are like, are we traveling? Are we not traveling? So if I give him a list and then it changes, that's not going to really do him well. So we will give him a class list next week, probably by like Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. That'll be good enough. I can at least tell him when that will be happening. Okay.
Yes. We could tell him now other kids that are signed up that will definitely be with him if he just wants to know a 1 or 2. But if we say the definitive 6 and then it changes and we need to split into 3 classes, then he would be very sad. But we can tell him some solids that will make him happy.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. I think he'd be happy to know some names.
And teachers are known. So that would be helpful.
Yeah. I mean, anything. I think he would be happy for information.
Yes,
Thank you.
I think it did. I think he'll like the Bluey theme, so that'll make him happy.
Yes. Yes, he's very excited.
Okay,
Very
great.
excited.
Other questions? Okay. If you have questions specifically about your child for camp, I think it's a great idea for keeping structure rather than a week of not structure. And summer camp, regardless of if your child is coming back to Fuse or not coming back to Fuse, sorry. The great thing about camp is that it allows your child to get that boost of self-esteem if they're going to public school. It's a huge boost before public school, or it allows them the consistency and then coming back to Fuse, and we would put them with the new kids they'll be with. So in both ways, there's a lot of benefits. We have many kids that come back after leaving, going to the public school, then they'll come back to do a summer at Fuse, just or and the camps, the vacation camps, just to do a boost of self-esteem and like, hey, wait, I am a great player, and building all those skills back up. So it's a great thing to do to make a transition, and then also to come back just to give that boost of social self-esteem and confidence. But if you have specific questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Okay, thank you guys.